Hey, how's it going? This is Zach from Chicago. Just wanted to give you guys a quick look at some of the tanks I got set up. This one you guys are looking at here is my Lake Tanganykan African cichlid tank. It's just a 10 gallon. I basically set this one up mostly for as a shell dweller tank. As you can see, I got all the shells. And I got my Neolamprologus similis down there in the front. Probably one of the more aggressive shell dwellers there are. Guys are assholes, they chase everything around. I'll give you a quick look at these guys once he's done chasing everything. They are a pretty beautiful fish though. Obviously they're related to the multifasciatus, which honestly I think these are 10 times nicer fish than the multis. They got a little blue tint to them. Just their striping seems to be a lot better, a lot cleaner. Very territorial though, very aggressive. As you see, they're always chasing everything around. I got about 17 fish in this tank. I got a big filter on the back, so that's how I'm able to keep so many fish in this small tank. Plus I got a lot of lace rock, which the Gelitochromis, the transcriptus, which are the smallest of the Gelitochromis species, they're able to live too in this tank because they love swimming around in the little cracks and crevices of the lace rock, which makes this tank perfect for them. Even though it's a small tank, they live perfectly happy. And whenever they're getting chased around by the little assholes down here in the front, they've got a lot of cover. I got about 7 transcriptus in there. I've got 4 of the similis. Where are the other guys? I got 3 mustax, which they kind of hide around the rocks too, usually around here somewhere. I think I got a male and 2 females because there's one that shows really bright. It's basically all yellow, and then the other 2 are kind of plain looking. So I'm guessing I got a male and 2 females there. Really neat fish if they'll show themselves. Maybe I'll feed them in a second and we can get them out. And then I got 3 Burchardi that I actually bought when they were really small, probably about the same size as this smaller similis here, and one of them has actually grown a decent amount since I put them in there. Usually they're hiding somewhere back here. I don't really see them back there. Well, there's one of them. I think that's the big guy. Those I'm just got in there temporarily. I just wanted to grow them up. I got them really cheap. They were like $1 each, so I was like, what the hell, might as well just put them in here, let them grow up, and then I could always get rid of them for some credit or sell them off to someone and get other fish with that money. And then I also, like I said, I got some plecos in here. I'm basically just growing them out so I can put them in my big 55 gallon. But as you see there, I got probably my favorite, the Adonis pleco, beautiful pleco. Really nice tails on them as they get bigger. The really bright white and a dark black. It's just perfect. Here's actually one here. I bought them when they were about 1/3 of that size. I mean, they were like just born, and before I put them in here, all these shells were just covered in this green algae. And it only took a couple weeks for them to just clean it up, and they've tripled their size since then. So they're great. They're always out showing themselves. Like a lot of plecos, they tend to want to hide, but these guys, they like to show themselves a lot. The smaller of the 2 usually likes to just sit up in that corner, but the other guy loves to come out and eat the algae off the shells. And the similis is probably the only fish they leave alone is those plecos. Everything else they terrorize. Which is good because it gives them a chance to eat all this ugly algae. And then I also got 2 blue-eyed albino plecos, which, I mean, they're about the same size as the Adonis when I first bought them. Here's one here, actually. very small. I'm just trying to grow them up too. Eventually put those in my 55 gallon. But you know, they're another fish. For being so small and getting picked on, they like to come out and show themselves. I mean, a lot of algae out here for them. I got a little bit of hair algae problem, but I'm planning on putting maybe some auto cats or something in there to try to eat that algae away. It's kind of hard to put stuff in this tank, with the similis chasing everything around. But yeah, this is my African cichlid tank. The next tank I want to show you guys is, it's a work in progress now. I just set it up a little bit ago. I don't even have really a good light on it right now. I just got this shitty light on it just to pass me through until I get my LED in about a week. But, this is it. Like I said, it's kind of hard to see. Maybe if I get up closer. I just got some river rock. I plan on putting a lot of apistogrammas, rams, low pH fish. In here, I'm going to put some live plants up there, and then in the back, I'll get more of an update on this when I get the new lighting and put some more plants and fish in there. But right now, this is just a quick look at it in the early stages. Just got, like I said, a few fish in there, a few catfish, some neons that are hiding in the back. Everything's hiding behind this big piece of driftwood. This is actually a 20 gallon. When I filled it up, I have so much driftwood and so many rocks in there, it took only about 12 gallons of water to fill this tank up, which is awesome. And the more hiding places, the better. Over here, this is another work in progress. I just set this up. It's just a saltwater tank. Eventually, it'll be all coral. I got some seahorses in there. I'll give you guys another update on that one soon. And then over here, I haven't cleaned it in a few weeks. It's a little dirty. I gotta turn the light on here. The tank's a little dirty. Like I said, I haven't trimmed the plants in a while. And one day I'll show a video after it's all cleaned and water changed. But this is my 55 community. I got all sorts of different types of fish in there. Rainbows, angels. I had some transcriptus in there, but I eventually moved them into the African tank. But I mean, I'll give a quick look. This is one of my favorite guys, for example, here. Pretty sure that's I think they call it the blood red sword. There was a female that got pregnant, got me about 50 babies, but she must have died from stress. She died like right after birth, giving birth. I got the babies over there in a separate tank with aerator in it right now, trying to grow them up, maybe save a couple females for him. He's been chasing all the other fish around. He's probably in heat like crazy right now. Over here I got a couple angels. I got this one angel who hasn't really been doing too good. I actually bought him from someone, and I don't know if I hit a bump or something when I was driving him home, but when I got him home he was all dizzy and swimming crooked. So he's been alive for about a week, but something must have happened when I was driving him home in the bucket. But I mean, he was a beautiful fish, still is. But maybe he'll get better. And then I got the veil black. Angels aren't too great though. My biggest fave is the rainbow fish. I love the rainbows, especially as they get bigger, like this guy, and color up. This is the trifasciata, a male. Beautiful fish. You got your turquoise and bosemani. Those are females there. Try to find. There's the male turquoise. And this, if I'm not mistaken, you guys can correct me, I think this is a Lake Wanam rainbow. He's not really colored up too much right now, but if it is what I think it is, they're practically extinct in the wild, and they're kind of hard to come across if it is a Lake Wanam. And it's the first time I've seen it since I've been in the hobby. And it's a beautiful fish. When it colors up, it gets a reddish orange on the belly, and gets a bluish green throughout the rest of the body. Really pretty fish, and just the fact that it's hard to find Makes it even nicer. And then there's the male turquoise again. You know, there's the red rainbow. That fish is beautiful, and that's nothing compared to when it's really colored up. Right now, that's just, you know, half of the color he usually shows. Gorgeous fish there. I got a leopard, Stenopalma leaf fish. You know, he's the boss of the tank. You know, and there's his little brother there. And then as you see, I got a few discus in here too. You know, there's a. This guy's usually not shy, but for some reason he's hiding back here. You know, you got your red discus there. I don't know the exact name for him. And then you got a blue guy here. You know, he's kind of lost his color over time. They haven't grown since I've had them for about 5 months, 6 months, and they have not grown at all. I don't know what's going on. I've tried feeding them every food on the face of the earth, and I just can't seem to get them to grow. Everything else grows. And there's the male Bosemani. Love the Bosemanis. And then I got some assorted just community fish, your barbs. I like these barbs because they're not really aggressive. Most barbs are extremely aggressive. I like the golds because they're really colorful, and they're, as long as you keep them in a nice little school, they're usually pretty calm. Leave everything alone. They just kind of mind their own business. And then one of my favorite fish here is the flagfish, the American flagfish. You talk about a good hair algae eater. It doesn't get better than them. I put them, before I had them in here, I was breeding them in that 10 gallon I showed you earlier before it was cichlids. And, you know, this tank, like this is Nubius for example, was all brown from this algae. You can kind of still see on there a little bit. I mean, you couldn't even see the plant. This driftwood was covered in that horrible looking algae. And, you know, I threw those guys in there. You know, here's the female, one of the females. And I threw those 3 guys in there, a male, 2 females, and I'd say about a month later, I mean, you know, you could see the plant again. The driftwood has none of that ugly algae on it. You know, and the plants have been growing better since the algae's been getting knocked down. There's the male there. You know, so anytime you have a hair algae problem, you know, forget those Siamese shark algae eaters or, you know, the Otto cats. I mean, if you can get these in your tank, they like low pH usually, but if you can get these in your tank, you know, that'd be ideal because they are the best hair algae eaters. I put them in any tank that I have a chance to. If I got hair algae or any algae at all, I mean, they'll eat anything. They really don't care. And they're a killifish. And I think that's about it. I got a couple catfish. And down in the back there, I got these cories. I forgot exactly what they're called. I think they might be punctatus, or I can't exactly remember the name. But I really like this type of cory cat because they're really good at schooling. I got a few in here, and right now they're not schooling, but a lot of times you'll see them swimming across the middle of the tank. And where's the other guy? Here he is. You'll see them swimming across the middle of the tank, and you know they're just very active. You know, you never see them sitting around. Like I got a couple in that 20 gallon I showed over there. They just kind of sit around a lot, and you know these guys they never stop moving. Same with the panda cories. You know, I love the panda cories too. They're an amazing cory cat. You know, I got a couple plecos here and there. I got a royal pleco who I'm just trying to grow out. Just, probably if I don't get a bigger tank, I'll have to get rid of them. If I do, then that's great. Then I could just grow him out. And then the Adonis obviously get big too, so those will go in here eventually when they get big enough. The royal is big enough now, so I got him in here. And I got some bristle noses and just some assorted little plecos here and there. Like I said, you can't really see them now because I just turned the light on. You know, who knows where they're at. They're hiding somewhere. They probably got scared when the light went on, but that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'll show the other tanks when I get those up and going and put more money into them. But for right now, you know, like I said, I'll send another video out there too when I clean this one up. But yeah, that's pretty much it right now. And I'll see you guys next time.